things been moving slowly, so we already in too deep. Can't get no sleep on each other, heavy teasing all day, and when the sun sets, you asking me to come through, kick it with you. Night turn into morning dew, then you feel it freshening, lose control. You don't wanna go slow, for sure. We both already know your place is my place now. My place is your place, let's face it. Baby, you know how to play.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on? What's going on? I don't know why this thing ain't working. Try a little something a little different, something a little bit different. Let's bring this down just a little bit. Thank you for joining me. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is CoVa D Technician. We're back again with another live stream. Trying to set up the music and tunes in them. Got the music playing on the big speakers to pick it up with the nano leaf rhythm, but as usual, you try something new, you try something different, and don't seem to be working out the way you want to. But anyway, get on with the show. We got a nice stream. Okay, there we go. We looking good now. We much better now. So like I said before, we're doing an OBS tips and tricks for live streaming today. Like I said before, OBS tips and tricks for live streaming today. Another tech and chill show. Yes, indeed. Tutorials, breakdowns. I'm going to show you everything that I use to make my streams look nice and crispy, sound nice and crispy, make it look flawless. Breaking down all my settings, all my setups. Hopefully, I don't know if I want to try this thing again with the nano leaf rhythms and the lights and everything, but as you know, I'm always trying to do something different, something new. But you know, with the intro, let's go. Ooh. We got Super Sneed in the building. Let's get it. Shout out to Sneed in the building. Shout out to Sneed in the building. Make sure the lights are looking good. I appreciate you for watching. Shout out to the people in the chat room. Well, first of all, let me get back into the intro. Like I said before, allow me to reintroduce my name is CoVa D Technician. Glad to be back at it again with another live stream. Shout out to the people watching me in the chat room. Shout out to the people watching me on the replay. Shout out to the people watching me in the cloud. However you may be watching, however you may be listening, I greatly appreciate your time. We got Sneed. And we got Professor Black Ops in the building. Black superhero music on deck. I appreciate you guys for joining me. So like I said before, tech and chill, OBS tips and tricks. Tips for live stream. I removed the tricks because YouTube said it was better for the SEO and things like that, you know. But, you know, I got the Schaefer. I got my superpowers back. So I'm just going to be breaking down my live streaming, you know, tips that I use, all the tricks, little gadgets and doohickeys and plugins that I use. A lot of what I do in OBS is actually with plugins, to be honest, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you. So let's see who else we got. Oh, so we just got you guys in the chat room. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this on the tweeters. And I appreciate you guys if you share this out on your social media platforms so help people get this information, get this content, get this game, vibes, chill vibes, and all of the things above. Let me go ahead and switch my music to play it in my ears now. The nano leaves threw me off just a little bit with how I open up the show, so we're not gonna go back to that right now. So There we go. So anyway, first of all, let me just break down why I use OBS. First of all, so the main reason why I use OBS is because it gives you the most freedom to make content. It gives you the most freedom to make content. It maximizes all your equipment without any restrictions. You see, with OBS, like say for instance, StreamYard. With StreamYard, you have to pay to get 1080p. With OBS, you have that already included depending on what your camera could do. With OBS, you can set your streaming bitrate to as high as you can. With apps like StreamYard, you're unable to do that. You're restricted to whatever the app allows you to be at. With OBS, you can add different plugins, video effects, different audio effects. You can tweak your audio within OBS without having to add any other softwares to it. You can affect the way you sound, the way you look, the way people see you, the way people hear you, how smooth your animations are, how smooth your content is. You can record for free in OBS. With StreamYard, there's a limit. With StreamYard, you have to pay to record. Big benefit, full HD all day. Big facts. Shout out to Sneeb. We got Spectacular Gadgets in the building. What's going on? Appreciate you for joining me. So the biggest thing for me with OBS is 1, full HD, 2, the ability to record. We got Tanner So Lit in the building. Appreciate you for joining me. So OBS pretty much unlocks everything that you have at your disposal to make content. So with that being said, let's take a look at some of the things that I use to make my OBS look especially crispy. This is one of my favorite effects. I love my little explosion effect though. I love that explosion effect, man. That shit is so cool. Shit is so cool. So let me take off these, because I would love to do a whole show in that, but it's exceptionally dark. And there we go. We got the spectacles on now. Ooh, give me a minute for that to adjust. Okay. So what I want to show you is, let me just show you my screen. I'm going to add a screen here, display capture. And we're going to capture this display right here. Okay. Watching the detection do its thing, bro. Absolutely. So first of all, let me just show you something I use for my little visual effects, right? So I'm gonna kill this here. So I have something that I use called nested scenes. So what nested scenes are scenes that are separate sources that you nest inside of your group of main sources, right? So the one I use is called, I have a Thug Life one, which when I press it does this.
It's funny to me. It's funny to me. All you niggas living for me while you fucking with me. It's funny to me. All you niggas living.
Okay. Now I have to fix it so it gets my picture where the glasses are. Let me see if I can hit it again.
It's funny to me. All you niggas living for me while you fucking with me. It's funny.
Close enough. Close enough. So that's my Thug Life one. And then I have another one from my my Wayne's Brother movies, my message. Here we go. Here we're gonna hit you.
Message.
You see, right? You see how that works right there? Okay. So that's my message one. So all of these are nested scenes, right? So let me just end it again. We got my explosion right here. Okay, so these are all my nested scenes right there. So let me show you how that works on my screen. Okay, so welcome to the matrix effect. I hope you enjoy it. But so here you have the scenes, and let's say you want to do my message. Okay, so right here is where you'll add. I'm gonna make sure. Let me turn. Let's see. I hope it's not on. Okay. So right here is where you'll add your different types of sources that you would use for your effect. So the first one I do is a source mirror. The source mirror copies and mirrors my actual camera source. So the camera source I am mirroring is my Sony a6400. And then I'm adding the anime zoom audio. I mean the green screen anime zoom. Then I'm adding the audio for the message. And then I'm adding the Metal Gear alert sound, right? And I'm putting all of these in its own, putting all of these as their own source. And this is its own scene. So when I come back to my main screen, I hope, no. Oh, I couldn't show you because I wasn't sharing my screen. Effects on deck, absolutely. So, this has my display capture here. So now what I do is I simply right click and then you add the scene. The scene that I add is the message. Hey, we got perspective. Shout out to Perspective Tech. We got Perspective Tech in the building. So the scene that I add is the nested scene that I created over here, my message scene. And I just add it right here. And then all you do is you go properties. And then you can add whatever properties you want. And all you do is it's set up. So once you click it, and I'm gonna show you how. Let me show you right now. So once you click it, message. Boom, message, right? Automatically shows up. So the second one I use is my
funny to me. All you niggas living for me while you fucking with me. It's funny to me.
We're gonna mute that right now. And same thing here. And I switch it up with
the ladies in the place with style and grace. Allow me to
mute that one too. So the way I set it up is you add the image, and the way it's set up, I'm gonna move it up just a little bit. Okay, you can set it up right here. And again, I'm mirroring my source, which is my camera. And I'm adding the PNGs and placing them on the screen where my camera would be. And then I'm adding the MP3. And then on the source mirror, there's an effect that I put on here. So you go right click effect filters. And the effect that I put on here is the, no, I put that on the final step. So come here. Okay. And I unmute it.
Allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes.
Okay. So the effect that I put on the scene is a filter called, let me see. It's a freeze effect. So what happens is, and when you click it, once you select it, the action, once you highlight the eye icon, it enables the freeze. And then when you click off the eye icon, it disables the freeze. So as you can see here, once I click it,
the ladies in the place with style and grace. Allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bush.
You get it. Oh, Perspective Gaming, my bad. I said Perspective Tech in this Perspective Gaming. Well, you gonna take the name I give you. On God. You gonna take the name I give you. Oh shit. Shout out to Perspective. So that's nested scenes right there for OBS. Now you may be wondering, okay, so I know it looks cool, but what's the benefit of it? Well, exactly what I showed you. Visual effects. Again, we got Notorious B, Perspective Game. You got an alter ego. What's up? What's up? Sorry, sir. Proceed. Shout out to Perspective Gaming. So again, the benefits of OBS is really when it comes to visual effects, right? Because you're kind of limited when you're using StreamYards with the visual effects that I like to use for a live stream. That's too blue. There we go. And again, like I say before, man, understand lighting, right? Because the lighting is just popping right now, right? So again, the beauty of lighting is it does so much for the camera, does so much for the effect and the ambiance that you're trying to set for your shot. You just got to understand how to make that lighting do its thing. So the beauty of OBS with visual effects is it adds another layer, it adds more creativity, adds more uniqueness to your live stream using these effects. Now, again, you can't do these kind of effects on StreamYards unless you have video, you add video layers and you add separate videos to your introduction, things like this. But all of this can be done within OBS without, you know, having to pay for anything. All the stuff that I do is free. And again, because OBS is open source software, there's hundreds upon hundreds of plugins that you can use to increase the versatility of your OBS Studio layout, setup, add all kinds of things to it, right? Now, with let's see what else I got. So again, what else I want to show you is this cool lower thirds thing that I got going on. All right, so if you see here, I got my little lower third screen, you know, right here. And the beauty of this is, again, this is a free plugin. This is a free plugin. I did not pay for this. Now, the lower what the lower thirds is, it's just a little video clip that's on repeat on my stream. So it's on repeat, and it pretty much I just have it to show my name and my logo. I'm going to show you how that works here. Again, welcome to the Matrix. So what I want you to pay attention to is this lower third icon, this lower third tray right here. So once you download the plugin called Lower Thirds from OBS Studio, you install it into your OBS and you have this panel right here. So what this panel really does is controls all of my effects that I use for my lower thirds. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this display capture under all of that so you can kind of see it. Okay, I'm just gonna take the chat off right now. So right here with the lower thirds, you can add your logo. So this is my little custom logo that I have that you see on a lot of my streams, as you can see right here. Then on the top, you can add your name. So I got CoVa, and on the bottom, I got the technician. Now here, you can change the color of the two text types. So I got white and I got red. So what I'll do right here is I'll change this to, let's say, we'll do purple. And I'll change this to white. Okay. Now, as you can see, it will show back up. Purple, that looks more like pink, and white. Okay. That's more like pink. Let's bring this over here. There we go. All right. That's more of a purple. Okay. So now I have global settings set to this. I'm going to show you these global settings right now. So in the global settings for this lower third icon, I have it set to run for 5 seconds and then turn it off for 20 seconds. And then this goes on repeat. This is why you see it come back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay. And all of this is incorporated into this plugin for free. I'm not paying for anything. And this is what you can use for lower thirds when you're recording your YouTube videos with camera footage or however you want to do it. You can do all of that inside of OBS. Save yourself the camera work, save yourself the editing and rendering in Premiere, and have this incorporated automatically into your video. So again, you come here to the top text. You can edit this text. You can turn it off, but what I want to do is, you want to add the plus. There we go. So here you can change the font. You can change the background color, the two colors here. You can change both the colors here. You could change the text size. You could change the size of the background image, which is this logo here. You could change the size of the lower third, make it bigger, make it smaller. and you can control everything here in this lower third window. And then you can set it up to add another lower third that plays right after this one, like animations like in Flash or After Effects, whichever one you want to use. And again, this is just another example of what you can do in OBS. I'm gonna turn this off now. Where is my display? Did I put it in here by accident? Okay. Okay. Again, this is just an example of what you can do in OBS without having to pay for anything. So what I want to do is I want to change that text back. I'm going to take this. I'm going to make that red again. Okay. So this is just another example of what you can do with OBS for free, not paying anything. Again, this is all plugins. And again, I'm about to show you another plugin right now. So as you can see, where's my chat box? So as you can see right here, I can highlight comments, right? So I can highlight comments like I'm using StreamYard. However, I'm not using StreamYard. I'm still using OBS. This icon is called Twidget. Okay, right here. So this is called Twidget. So what Twidget does is Twidget allows you to highlight comments. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how it pops up. Just want to bring the display capture under. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try it this way. Let me see something. Window. Let's see. There we go. Just highlight the Twidget and add it here. Okay. So I'm gonna make it super small so you can kind of see. Okay. So with Twidget, where is it at? Okay. So with Twidget, another free app that allows you to highlight the comments that are in your chat room, like StreamYard, without having to add a custom chat box and have to, do the pixels and the colors and edit it in Photoshop. You don't gotta do all of that. You don't gotta do any of that. All of that is done in OBS. I'll show you how. Simply, you just install Twidget. What it's going to do is once you click start, it's going to ask you the URL. All you do is copy the URL that's in your studio YouTube address bar, that's in your YouTube back office studio, and you paste it here. It's going to ask you to paste it there. You paste it and you click start. Once you click start, you have to click the first couple comments, and then it's gonna populate on the screen. And all you got to do is add the source. We got Cool Gent. What's going on? What's up? Once you add the source to your chat box with the correct size, all you got to do now is just highlight the comments, and there you go. You're done. Again, something that you can do in OBS that you can also do in StreamYard, but you can do this in OBS for free. Don't got to pay for StreamYard. Don't got to pay for nothing. We're gonna kill that. That's Twidget. And Twidget is powerful. Like Twidget and the lower thirds is game changing for me because let me put my thing up here. So Twidget and the lower thirds is game changing for me because it adds a lot of versatility to my graphics, to my video effects that I can incorporate into my OBS live stream. Again, do it all for free. No headaches, no hassles, no lengthy paid software. I got to do all of this is for free, built into OBS because OBS is open source. You can just add everything to the plugins that the developers, that people code and make for it, which makes it so powerful and so versatile. The possibilities are endless. Let's see. We got Cool Gent says, I may need to get at you on this OBS Studio 27. Yes, the new version is 27, and I've gone over the new version of 27, which, let me come over here. Come over here. Okay. And play capture. Okay. So one of the best things about OBS version 27 is this little effect that you just saw, right? So what OBS 27 did is gives you the ability to add transitions to all your individual sources when you hide them and when you show them. We got Iori. What's good, bro? In the building. So what OBS 27 gave you the ability to do is to have transitions on all your sources. As you can notice, there's a fade that comes in when I hide it, and there's a fade that comes in when I show the scene. And this is my secondary monitor. So OBS 27 also gave you the ability to edit and undo, things that you do on the screen. Now I'm not going to show you that right now because I don't have anything to edit and undo. But again, with OBS 27, it gave you so many options. I mean, just simply with the transitions on the sources and scenes, it's game changing by itself, and it's so fucking cool. So OBS 27 has been like the biggest update of OBS, in the history of OBS, and it's been a great experience for me. I love the versatility that is added to the software. Now, something I've talked about a lot is using OBS to do your audio. Again, like I've always said, you get the hardware, then you maximize the hardware with the software. And like a lot of people, well, some people get it, some people don't. You don't need to buy constantly expensive mics. You can get a good mic and just upgrade that mic by improving the audio with software. Let me just change this. Okay. So first up, like I always like to show people when I start talking about this, let me show you how I do it with my mic. Okay. So again, I'm showing you my display, so you're going to see like the matrix effect. Let me see if I can do it like this. I'm going to bring this up, and I'm just going to have this here. Okay, that kind of works. That kind of works for me. Okay. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to kill the music. I'm going to kill the music. And what I want to show you is how you can change your audio in OBS using filters. So this is what I sound like with all my custom filters. And now I'm going to start taking my filters off one by one, and you can actually hear how I sound. So you should be able to hear the difference. So that's my noise gate off. My noise suppression is off. My Nova filter is off. My slick EQ is off. My Kotelnikov is off, and my wider is off. Now you should be able to hear the difference in my audio and how I sound because all the custom filters that I added to tweak my audio are now gone. Now I'm going to show you one by one how I add these filters and what they do. And you can use filters like these to edit your audio in OBS. Again, all this is done in OBS via plugins and additional softwares that is all free. You don't have to pay for none of this. I don't pay for any of these things that I use. So you right click on your main audio source, which is my mic, and you go to filters and you get this screen here. So first, let's go to my wider. So my wider is a VST plugin right here. So I've added the wider plugin. Once you add your plugin, you go to open plugin interface. Now, what wider does is wider gives you that stereo sound. I'm going to show you how that sounds. So this is wider at 0. Okay, you hear wider at 0. This is it at 45. This is it at 90, 100. This is it at 200. So this is wider at 200. As you can hear, has a very strange like stereo sound. So we're gonna bring this all the way back, drag it all the way down. We're gonna drag this to 31. I'm gonna leave it at 31 now. Okay. And this adds that stereo sound to your audio. And I haven't found any other way to do this exact effect. So a lot of people don't have this kind of sound on their audio, right? So you can do this solely. This is one of the only ways you can add a stereo sound to your audio. Because when I put my mic into OBS, it's actually being recorded on a mono. So that's wider. So Kotelnikov. Now, these are all EQs. I am not a super audio technician. I am the technician, but I'm not going to front like I understand 100% audio technician. I'm not an audio engineer. Dollar Will is. Shout out to Dollar Will. But I can explain what this EQ does. So this is just another level of EQ. What I did was, all I did was add punchiness. So it adds so my audio is very punchy. Okay. So here, simply put, you add the threshold, the peak, crest, soft knee ratio, blah, 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 attack and release. The attack is how soon the effect activates and how long the effect is being held. So simply put, so you can hear the difference. This is with it, Kotelnikov off. And this is my audio with Kotelnikov on. As you can see, the release peak and release RMS is activating with the threshold, cutting my audio off at minus 20 dB. And this is the effect that it has on my voice. Now, again, we're going to Slick EQ. Another equalizer. This adds weight to my voice because of the settings. I took all, shout out to Dollar Will. Yep. So the way I set it up, because I run my mic in the dark mode setting, it adds so much punchiness. With the EQs, I took the punchiness out and added in the mids and the highs. So this is my voice with Slick EQ off. And this is my voice with Slick EQ on. Stilo Beats, what's going on? What's up, Stilo Beats? So this is my voice with Slick EQ on. Okay. Again, we're gonna go to Nova. Now, Nova is a custom EQ that I made. When I try to add an EQ, it doesn't let it load for some reason. Okay, we can try to fix that. So this is a 4-band equalizer that I customized to the sound of my voice using my Ashton Stealth in the D mode, the dark ribbon setting. Again, this is your voice is your voice, your mic is your mic, your equipment is your equipment. I also have settings on my Go XLR that also alter my mic as well. So you can't copy exactly what I have here. It won't work for you. However, it took me about 3 hours to set this up. I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to show you so you can hear what it sounds like with my with Nova off. And this is what it sounds like with Nova on. So as you can see now, it's knocking down certain frequencies in my voice as it reached to a certain level. And that's what you see with this yellow line right here. And then it's adding at least like 0.2 gain to my voice overall once it hits this line. And we're going to close that. Now, simply put, I got the noise suppression on. I'm using the RN noise, good quality, more CPU usage. Again, this is for people who have powerful computers. I have pretty much a powerful computer, so I can maximize the CPU usage to do things to make the audio sound better, to make the graphics look better, to make things run smoother. This is what it sounds like with noise suppression off. And this is what it sounds like with noise suppression on. And then the last but not least, we have the noise gate. Simply put, the closed threshold is knock off anything at 50 decibels, open everything at 40. And then you set the attack, hold, and release. Now, this is something you got to play around with to see what works for you, your sound, your voice, your audio settings. So this took me some time to figure this out. Once I did, this is what it sounds like with noise gate off. And this is what it sounds like with noise gate on. And that is altering your audio in OBS. Now, Stilo Beats said, When I try to add an EQ, it doesn't load it for some reason. Okay, so let's take a look. So Stilo Beats, what you do is you go to OBS and you add plus, and you use, okay. So by default, OBS doesn't have an equalizer. You'll have to use a VST plugin. You have to add the plugin to OBS. But let's say, I don't know, maybe a compressor. Take a look at the compressor. Once you add the compressor, it's going to show up here, and all you got to do is tweak the compressor and make sure the eye is open so that the filter could be active. So once the eye is closed, the filter is not active. Okay, act off, on, off, on. Okay. If you want to add custom equalizers, you're going to have to install the equalizers into OBS so that you can add them as a filter, as an audio filter. Okay. So you can add gain here. Okay, you can add gain at, you know, I can add 12 decibels of gain and bring my gain all the way down. But an equalizer is a custom thing that you add into OBS. But the benefits of OBS, that it allows you to add these things to it. Like you can find different equalizers and just add the equalizers to OBS whenever you want. And that's the benefit of OBS. Dope. Yeah. So if you find whatever plugins you find out to equalize, like again, these VST filters, these VST plugins that I use pretty much are all comprehensive, and I don't need any other equalizers after that. Like again, this guy right here, this Nova, this right here is so powerful. This is like one of the few equalizers like you would even need. Like you can ignore Slick EQ and Kotelnikov and just use Nova, and you'll get a major difference in your audio. The only reason why I use Slick EQ and Kotelnikov is because I have so much tweaks that are in this mic, because the D ribbon setting is a great audio setting for me and my voice, but it's very muddy. So I use Nova, Slick EQ, and Kotelnikov to balance out the deep muddy tones and bring up the highs and bring up the highs and the mids. And that's why my audio sounds the way it does right now. So again, this is the power of OBS for free. And once you dial in your audio settings, I mean, the sky's the limit, man. I mean, honestly. And as you know, I love to play music, right? Let me show you a trick with the music.
Time's been moving slowly, so we already in too deep. Can't get no sleep on each other, heavy teasing all day. And when
so something I use, perspective gaming. Oh yeah, you know how I get with the music. You know how I get with the music, baby. So let me show y'all something. So peep this, right? So when it comes to music, there's another free plugin that you can use called a visualizer, a Spectralizer. So like if you use music programs, like you remember Windows Media Player back in the day, they had the little Spectralizer that'll move with the music and stuff like that, right? So I'm gonna show you my Spectralizer. So I go to add source and I got Spectralizer. Spectralizer again is a plugin that you can add to OBS for free. Add Spectralizer. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, like I did a few days ago, I mean my last stream, you can set it up to be a circle. So let me show you right here. And I know you can see it because it's a hell yeah, we stay lit in here with the jams. Absolutely. You know, if anything, you know we got to be lit with that music, baby. You know we got to be lit with the music, man. You know we don't play. So we got mode, we got circular bars. You got to add the audio source now. So I got a billion audio source. So I got to see. There we go. Okay, I got a billion audio sources, man. You can add a filter to it. Let me see. Okay. Use the Monster Cat filter. Select color. Now this is a streamer that's named Monster Cat that does this. So I got a lot of purple and red. So we're gonna pop that out with purple. Opposite should be orange. We'll do orange. Okay. We can change the bar width here. So we're gonna do it like do it like that. The bar height. I'm gonna bring it down. Okay. The bar spacing, the spaces between the bars. Okay, that's the spacing between the bars. We use round corners. Okay, we're gonna turn that off. Change the gravity. Okay. All the little effects and stuff you can tweak. Okay. Logarithmic frequency scale. Okay. Don't. Delta. Change how many bars show up. Okay. And then you click OK. So then you bring your bar over here. And then you just maximize it. Okay. However, say if you don't like the way this looks, right? What you can do is come back here, double click that, and you can do a wire. Okay. You do the wire, and then you just bring it here, and then just fit it. Shift. Okay. Just do it like that. Okay. Or if you don't like the wire, double click, traditional bars. Okay. Then you just fit it within your panel. Okay. And then you just tweak it. All right. And then if you don't want it to be over your text bar thingy, you just bring it down. Okay. So it'll be behind it. So you don't want it behind it. So what you do, you come in here. So I want this to be in front of my camera, but not in front of the frame. So as you can see now, it's within the frame, but over my camera. So now what you can do is you can take this, right click, copy right here, and you just paste the duplicate right there. Did it paste it there? Oh no, it didn't go there. Okay, that's fine. We'll just put that here. So now you got two duplicates. You go here, transform, flip vertical. Okay. What I need to do now is let me just kill this display. See why it's not moving. Not working. So let me try to do it again. Right here. Paste reference. See, this is what happens when OBS starts acting stupid. Okay, so OBS is acting stupid now. So we just got to add a new one. So I'm just come here on my main screen. Okay, so OBS is acting stupid now. I don't know why it's doing that. Sometimes it does that and it doesn't work. I'm gonna show you it here. Again, you see how that came in and came out? OBS 27 transitions. What I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna double click this. Do wire. Bars. Okay. And I hope it works here. Copy. Paste the reference. Transform. Vertical. There we go. All right. So as you can see here, then you can do a duplicate and you can run it on your setup like this. And that is the Spectralizer. And then once you have the second one, you flip it vertical and then you flip it horizontal. There you go right there. And then all you got to do now, you just bring it down. You come here, you bring it down. And there you go. And now, so when you're chilling with your music,
Baby, don't stop. Got the key to the lock. Wanna turn up.
There you
All
go.
I want is to go again, but you ain't picking your phone up. Why you messing my head up? Any night, any day, let me take you away. All I need is just saying yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Better nights, better days when you're here with me, babe.
Absolutely.
You're all that I crave,
So if you just
wonder.
want to play your music, you have your music like that and just be playing it.
Away from me when I need you most. We got love guarantee.
Okay.
And I have to know, say.
And then there's various ways you can do this to add more, style, add more flavor to your live streams. So you can just stay out and do your own thing. Again, this is what I do with my lights. Like the lighting is just popping, the music is popping, it's crispy, the visuals. You can make your stream look any way you want to with video effects and lighting. So that's the Spectralizer. I love using the Spectralizer when I'm kind of done doing my presentation type stuff. And that's when I, turn the music up and, and vibe out and chill with people in the chat
Just to
room.
make sure we were up to date. Now it's closer to 11 and I ain't hearing nothing. I just need to know.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna be vibing up a little bit because I just downloaded a whole bunch of bangers from Epidemic Sounds. So shout out to Epidemic Sounds. If you want to check out Epidemic Sounds, description box below, link, referral link. Try it out, trial for 30 days. You won't regret it. $15 set in, forget it. We don't deal with copyright strikes over here.
Say, where are you?
Okay, we don't do copyright strikes over here, okay? Now, let's get into video for a second. Let's do video. How do I, where am I? Okay, we're here. Video main. Yeah, I'm gonna show you here. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna leave the Spectralizer here. We're gonna just let that rock out for a bit. All right. And the best thing about having it as a source is right here. I can add a filter to it. Okay. You can add a filter to it. Add an SDF effect. No. I want to add. Can we add a shader? Nah. Okay, we're not gonna try that right now. Okay, we don't got time for that. So, you can add, this is something I've talked about a lot. You can add filters like LUTs to your video to change the way your actual camera looks. I'm going to show you that. So this is my camera right here. I'm going to filters. I'm going to move my OBS screen now. So all you got to do, you go to your camera source. You right click and go to filters, okay? So as you can see, I got a whole lot going on right now with my visuals. Let me see. I hope that music isn't too loud. So we're gonna make that bigger. Okay, I'm really loving this lighting right here. I'm digging that. So let me just turn everything off, show you what that looks like. I gotta remember. So that's 4 and 2. Okay, color 2, 4 and 2. All right. Wow. Shiny nose. Okay. So this is what CoVa looks like without any special effects. Okay. Yes. So major difference. Okay. And this is with my lighting and everything. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna show you why I do the things that I do and how to make this, how to alter your video camera to make it look better within OBS. Okay. So first thing I do is I add a color correction. So there goes the color correction. The color correction fixes majority of the issues you have in the camera. Okay. The color correction fixes majority of the issues that you're going to have on the spot. Let me show you what happens. So I change my gamma. I change my contrast. I change my brightness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get color correction 2 is my main. So I'm going to go to color correction 1. Okay. We're going to go to default. I'm going to show you how I make my video better. So we got gamma here. Gamma adds more brightness to the camera. Okay. So we're just going to bring it up here to 0.35. My contrast adds more contrast. So this is what happens when I take it away. That happens when I add contrast. So I kind of like it. Like it at just -2, right? So we got the brightness. Okay. So there goes the brightness. Saturation adds more color and takes it away. So we're gonna, gotta be careful with the saturation. Don't want to be too. It can be easily saturated because I use so much different colors on my camera. It can be easily saturated. So hue shift and opacity we leave alone because we don't want to mess with the hue shift. Okay. All right, so I don't want to mess with my hue shift. I want to leave that alone. I don't like messing with that. Give me 1 second. Okay. This is my color correction. Now, here's where LUTs come into play. Now, LUTs, CoVa, catch you on the next one. Going to watch this fight and do some coding. Who's fighting tonight? What's the, who's fighting tonight? I don't know. It's probably UFC, right? Shout out to Notorious B. I appreciate it. Appreciate you for pulling up. Greatly appreciate it. Enjoy the fight. So LUTs are custom video filters that people use in Premiere and Lightroom. You can add these to OBS. Now, again, a lot of streamers don't like people using LUTs. They want you to make custom LUTs, and then a lot of streamers sell their custom LUTs, and a lot of filmmakers sell their custom LUTs. I bought 2 LUT packs that I'm using for all my live streams, and I love them. I don't have time to sit there and make custom color packs for my live stream because I'm always changing my color. So Lomachenko and Tank Davis. Not, oh shit, Lomachenko, okay, and Tank Davis, all right. Lomachenko, okay, bro, what's happening? We got 8 Win This Timeless. 8 Win This Timeless, keeper of the infinite ball game, or twins of the infinite ball game. I can't remember, but I know it's something. I know it's something infinite of the keeper. Shout out to 8 Win This Timeless in the building. So I'm gonna show you the power of LUTs. So this is a LUT called dark monochrome. So look what happens when I add this. So it's very subtle, but it adds a blue to it. So the power of LUTs is using them. And I did a video on my YouTube channel called how to use LUTs to change the color of your OBS. And what this does is it changes, you can layer it and add different intensity. So this is what happens when it gets to 100. So it adds this blue tint to my entire live stream. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off. So my main light, the one I'm using right now, is LUT 4, right? So as you can see, it adds a lot of it kind of desaturates the background a lot, right? So this is my second LUT. So the reason why I use this LUT is that it takes out all of the color, and 4 adds it right back. You see how that works? Okay, so here's 3. So 3 is more defined. So I can sometimes use 3 by itself. And then if I want to take some of this definition out, bring 2 in. You see how that works? Now I can't use all 4 because it's a little bit too much, but I can if I wanted to. But this is the power of using LUTs for your live 8-win. Oh, we got Nick Taylor. What's going on? 8-win this time, so I be cracking him up. trying to explain. So, and this is the power of LUTs when you're using them for your video camera in OBS. So what I want to do is I'm gonna move this camera because when I click this, it shows a lot of stuff in my computer and I don't want to show that. Let me make sure. Let me see. Yeah, it shows too much. So I don't want to show you all that. I'm gonna pick a different color one. We're gonna do cinematic, and I have 2,000 of these, so I got color combinations for days. Perfect. Okay. Nick loves the yo. So this is another LUT that I add. It's a cinematic 80. Now as you can see, this one is crazy, right? This is crazy. Right, so this is what happens when I take it away. This is when I bring it back. So what I'm looking at here is I can keep this one and probably use this one. My 2 is powerful because it takes away all of the color and it balances everything out. And then we add 3, give the definition. I'm feeling that, and add 4. See, 4 darkens everything and adds more color. Okay, so then I can go back to my color correction 2, and all I got to do now is bring the contrast, take the contrast in, bring the gamma up, bring the tweak the brightness a little bit, and I'm cool with that with showing you how that works. Okay, I already know my custom settings. I'm just showing you with the added LUTs, and that's the power of LUTs right there, and making your camera look better. Again, we can add a simple sharpen. Okay, just a little sharpen. 0.5, that's it, to sharpen out all the edges, your hair, your definition of your clothes and stuff like that. And then when you're done, you just close it. And this translates to the main screen. Okay, so I don't like how this looks. Let me see on the main screen. Let me see how that looks. All right, let me see. Go to filter. Okay, so what I want to do now is I kind of just want to change this. So we're going to kill 5. We're going to kill 3. Leave 2 and 4. Take that color correction out. Add my color correction back. Actually, you know what? I like this color correction better. And we'll just add the contrast back. Bring the gamma down. Leave. I like that. Okay, that looks good. Let me see what the colors are looking like. Okay, so that's with 4. Okay, leave 4. I need 2. Let's see what happens if I add 3. Okay, we're gonna leave 3 off. That was with 5. Okay, we're gonna leave 5. Okay, so we're gonna leave that for now. I like the way that looks. We're gonna leave that for the stream, but that's just me showing you the power of LUTs for your video camera to make your camera look extra cool. Go. All right. And that's LUTs. And one of the most powerful things about LUTs, it makes your lights look better. Like, as you can see with here, it makes the lights look better. So what I'm gonna do now is, okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna change my colored lights. Okay, we're gonna go to red. Okay, so we got red, and we're gonna change the nano leaves now. Oh, we got Keystone. What's popping? Very tropical. I'm not feeling that. Let me see. Let's see what we got. Okay. We're gonna go a little orangey red. Go with some orangey red right now. Is this changing? I don't like that. It's taking too long to change. There we go. Much better. Okay. See, now once you adjust your LUTs and your color correction, you can handle the different types of colors your setup is going to be giving you. That's why it matters to understand how everything works with your setup. Okay. What's going on with people in the chat room? We got Tech and Chill OBS tips for live streaming. We kind of went down the ringer a little bit just now with the tips and tricks. I kind of gave you pretty much, well, I haven't given you everything, right? You know, there's still so much to talk about when it comes to OBS and some of the tips that I use, some of the things that I do to make my streams look the way they do. But understanding editing, the visual effects of your live stream is so important into, handling the color. Color with live stream is so important. The video is important. The color of the lighting, the image quality is important. The audio quality is important. The visual effects is important. And if you're watching people in there, let me kill the equalizer for a minute. And if you're watching people and they're not talking about any of this stuff, they don't know what they're talking about. Sorry, not sorry.
The ladies in the place with style and grace. Allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes.
Looking crispy slick. Thank you. Oh man, I love, listen, and the thing about the Thug Life thing is, right? The Thug Life thing, I can't hear it, but I can always hear it on the replay, which makes it fucking hilarious to do it, right? And then again, I got my message. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So if they're not doing, if the people you watching, they ain't really talking about what I'm talking about, man, you're watching the wrong person. That's all I'm gonna say, respectfully. Respectfully. I was blasting that today. Absolutely, Big Papa. You. Yes, indeed. But again, like if anyone watching has any questions, feel free to ask. Definitely, if you got questions, definitely ask me questions. I have no problem answering questions. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let me just see. Got some retweets on and pop. And I appreciate the people. And again, if you appreciate what you like, appreciate what you're hearing, definitely share the stream out. Helps your stream grow. Helps more people get the information. I need help with the traffic. So if you definitely like what you're hearing, like what you're saying, share it out. Retweet it out. You know, post it on your community boards, whatever. I greatly appreciate it. Now, do I want to cover the bitrate stuff? Let me see. You know, I would cover the, you know, the quality bitrate stuff, but that can get lost with a lot of people. And that's like a separate, I don't know, like, do I want to talk about that? Let me know in the chat room. Do you want me to cover like quality of the streaming and recording? I could if you want to, but if not, I'll move on to something else. So that's something I need to know from the people, because that can get little, you know, if you get kind of lost with, you know, talking about that. It's not the most interesting thing to talk about when you're talking about the streaming bit rates and covering the bit rates and the recording audio quality. It could be a little you know, confusing. Got a yes from Keystone. Okay, so we'll cover it. So we'll go to my live scene. Let me change this song. Yes, do it later. Okay, yeah, okay. So I'll do that later. I'll probably try to do that as a separate video, because that's something that you can get really lost in, and it can be a little confusing to people, understandably. But it's very important when it comes to like re-uploading your content, because I record all my content locally. So having high quality, you know, 1-for-1 recordings is paramount for what I do. Absolutely. But I think we should just end it. Let me just make sure there's anything that I am missing. I covered that. Covered the scene collection. Don't need to go through that right now. Covered the lower thirds, the chat box, the green screen. Okay, I covered what I needed to cover. Let me see what we got here. So I appreciate you guys for watching, tuning in. I hope you guys got some value out of all the things I covered tonight. Okay. I hope you guys got some value out of all the things I covered tonight. I do my best to provide value, information, helpful information, useful information, Hope you got something out of it. But as you know, loosen up in this show. As you know, when this song comes on, it's time to get on up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is CoVa D Technician. I'm glad to have been here to give you this information, to give you this knowledge, to give you this game. OBS tips for live streaming, tech and chill. Coldest outro in the streaming game by far. No competition at all whatsoever. Absolutely. Shout out to Perspective Gaming in the building. Everybody that showed up, that got the game, that got the knowledge, that got the information. As you know, when we do the outro, thank you, goodbye, good night.
Celebration, celebrate, 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 celebration, celebrate. Hey, what's your style? What you drinking? What's your vibe? I've been feeling rather sad in the corner of my glass. Boy, what's your style? What you drinking? What's your vibe? I've been feeling rather sad. Oh yeah. Don't be mean. You're here all alone and you know it. We're gonna turn it up. Don't you see? I'm here all alone and I like it. Baby, don't please try to fight it. Pour it up with the blue champagne, blue champagne, blue champagne. Let's celebrate with the blue champagne, blue champagne. All my feelings run away in a sip of all the colors. Celebrate with the blue champagne, blue champagne. I'm in Mexico. You're gone now, will you coming back? Yeah, I know that, yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind, it's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart, I hope I'll be your destination.